If you have over $100,000 in student loan debt, guess what? You just clicked on the right video. I'm going to give you 5 actionable steps that you can take in this episode to help you create a student loan payment plan that is stress-free. And I promise you it's super easy. It's not difficult. It's not complicated. It is super, super easy, guys. And if you tune in until the end, hey, I'll even give you a bonus 6th step to ensure that you're on the right path to being debt-free today. All right, and I'm one of the people, I'm a straight shooter, so we're just gonna jump right into it, no fluff, okay? So the first thing that I need you to do, the first actionable step that you need to take is that you need to not file your tax return. I know what you're probably thinking, tax return, what does that have to do with anything? Well, guess what? If you have any public student loan debt, that means that you can go ahead and apply for any of the income-driven repayment plans, right? If you have those federal student loans. One of the catches is that they do it based off your income. So if you file your tax return this year in 2024, you're filing for 2023. Did you make more money in 2022 or did you make more money in 2023? If you made more money in 2023, and you file your tax return and then you apply for a federal student loan type payments, guess what? That means your income's higher, so your payments will be higher. This is a key tactic that you can implement to keep your payments low. I literally just helped a doctor go from $2,200 monthly payments to, I think it was like $113 or $117, all right? Less than $120 monthly payments, because that physician was working as a medical resident the year before. And now, this past year, if they would have filed that tax return, they would have been working as a medical resident and as a doctor for half the year. So that was a lot more income and they would have had to pay a lot more money, okay? So that's just the first thing I need you to do. Do not file your taxes. I need you to identify, did you make more money in 2022 or did you make more money in 2023? All right, so the first actionable step is do not file your tax return. Do some research, see which year you made more money, 2022 or 2023. The next step I want you to take is step number 2. Step number 2, if you guys are listening, StudentAid.gov. You got to go there. You got to go to StudentAid.gov and go ahead and fill out the income-based driven repayment plan options. I want you to fill it out. Now, even though you're filling it out, that does not mean you're going to actually commit to it. You can go through the whole process, put in all your information. On the final screen, they're going to ask you to submit. Don't submit it. Take photos, take screenshots of the different payment options and different payment plans, because there's 4 different income-driven repayment plans that you can make on federal student loans. 4 different options. So I want you to go ahead and take a picture of the 4 different options. There's going to be one that will probably give you the lowest monthly payment plan. There might be one that gives you a higher monthly payment plan. There might be one that's very close to one or the other 2. It doesn't really matter. What matters is you have all the information there. You take the pictures, you take the screenshots, so that way you can see which student loan payment plan can coincide with your best interests, okay? So that's why you need to go to StudentAid.gov next. Number 3, you need to create a budget. The budget is a must. You have to know how much money you can put towards your student loans. For example, if you know you only have $1,000 a month that you can dedicate towards student loans, then one of the things you might want to do is look at which one of those federal student loan payment plans has the lowest monthly payment plan. You're going to select that one, and then you're going to go ahead and reach out to your loan servicer, which there's only 2, so it's either Moella or Nelnet, and you're going to tell them, hey, let's say your monthly payment plan is $200. You're going to tell them, you're going to give them $200, then after that, you're going to say, hey, all this extra money, I want to go ahead and use that money and attack the principal of the loan, not the interest. So you can start knocking down that principal, which will be really beneficial in the long run, okay? So that's something that you have to do. You have to create a budget. You have to determine how much money do you have to spend on student loans. And the reason why that's step number 3 is because it coincides with step number 4, which is I need you to do the research on yourself and see, do you have any other debt? Do you have credit card debt? Do you have private student loan debt? Because credit card debt and private student loan debt probably has a higher interest rate than your student loans. So it is probably more beneficial for you to knock off those debt payments first than really try to knock off the federal student loan payments. So because of that, the priority and the focus should be on the credit card payment. It should be on the private student loan payment. You might have an interest rate of 10%. You might have an interest rate of 9%. I've seen some as high as 15% with some of the people that I've helped. Okay, 15% on private student loans. Don't even get me started on credit card, on credit card interest rates. Okay, don't even get me started. So you need to know your budget because it lets you know how much money you can allocate towards your student loans and how much money you can allocate towards debt, period. All right. And then the fifth step is you have to finalize a game plan. I cannot stress this enough, and I am guilty of this. So if you're listening, please, I understand you're human. I am too. I am guilty of this, okay? But we have to stop with analysis paralysis. We have to stop consuming so much content, consuming so much information, but not applying any of it. You clicked on this video for a reason. You're listening to this episode for a reason. There's something I said, whether it's in the thumbnail, the title, the description, maybe it was the hook, maybe it was the intro. Something I said has you locked into this episode. So take the free knowledge that I am giving you and apply it to your life today. You have to implement it. You have to finalize your game plan and then go do it. I'm one of those, I say, hey, give yourself maximum a week. You have 7 days to get it all together. You have 7 days to figure out, did you make more money in 2022 or did you make more money in 2023? You have 7 days to go into StudentAid.gov, apply for the income-driven repayment plan, and figure out which of those payment plans is something that's doable for you. You have a week to go ahead and create a budget. And if you're struggling with creating a budget, guess what? Just shoot me a message. I literally have a free budget template that I will send to you. Sign up at tinyurl.com/capsulerxservices and I can help you out with the budget, all right? And next, identify that other debt. Sometimes we forget. We forget about the credit card debt. We forget about the private student loans. We forget. I understand, you're human. It's okay. I'm not making you feel guilty. But you gotta do some research. You gotta do some work and see, do you have any other debt lying around? Because that other debt might have a higher interest rate and it might be a bigger priority for you to attack that other debt than for you to focus on these federal student loans. And last but not least, you're gonna implement the game plan. You're gonna create it and implement it, all right? And for that sixth bonus step that I mentioned, if you are going to listen to this episode all the way to the end, it's that I offer a free wealth consultation at tinyurl.com/capsulerxservices. Sign up today. We'll set up a meeting for 30 minutes, whether it's budgeting, whether it's help you come up with a plan. I've met with plenty of people. It is completely free. I just don't want you guys to be miserable, okay? I do not want you guys to have to struggle so hard in school and then feel like you're back to eating oodles and noodles. Now that you're graduated, now that you're working in your profession, now that you're actually making money, but now it's all going towards debt. No, I don't want you to live that way, okay? Please, 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 for your sixth step, if you're struggling with anything that I said, or if you need any more guidance, or you need help with a budget, you need help determining which payment plan is the best one, you need help, how do I reach out to Nelnet? How do I reach out to Malala in order to make sure my extra payments are going strictly to the principal and not the interest? Please sign up today, tinyurl.com/capsulerxservices. The link will be in the bio. You can find us on all social media platforms. Our link is in the bio. You can go ahead and sign up, and I'll shoot you an email, and we'll meet for 30 minutes, and I'll give you all the information that I can to help you be successful and debt-free. All right? That's what I want for you all. So that's the quick 5 steps that I have for you all. 5 actionable steps that you can implement, okay? Step number 1, do not file your taxes yet. Step number 2, go to StudentAid.gov. Go ahead and fill out the information. Step number 3, create a budget. Step number 4, identify any other debt that you might have. And step number 5, finalize that game plan. All right, it's time for you to implement. Stop procrastinating. Let's get it done within the next week. All right, thank you guys for listening. I greatly appreciate it. If this episode resonates with you, if this episode is meaningful to you, please, 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 you know what you have to do. Share it, comment, like, subscribe. That's how we grow. This platform grows by you all engaging with the content, sharing it with your friends, informing other people. And if there's any knowledge that I gave you all in this episode that helped you, share it with your friend. Even if you don't share this episode, share it with your friend. Because like I said, I'm genuine and I'm being so serious. Like, we got to solve the student loan debt problem, all right? We got to solve that. We got to get out of debt and we got to be free. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to help you guys out, all right? So, like I said, you can find our information anywhere. Thank you so much for listening. Greatly appreciate it. tinyurl.com/CapsuleRx-Services. Link will be in the bio. If you enjoy this episode and if you want me to dive a little bit deeper on student loans, or if you want me to go into private student loans as well, different options that you can do for private student loans, please, please, please contact me. Let me know, and then maybe I'll just create an episode. If I get enough feedback, enough people reaching out to me about it, maybe I'll create an episode on it. So thank you guys. See you in a week.